That was kind of weird.
I mean, what was it like? The story itself at that point was, what, like 60-some days after everything had merged together?
Yeah, but like I said, they never set up a situation where everybody actually met. There was no leading up to that.
I can kind of understand why they did it that way.
Yeah, but like I said, it just didn't work. And especially when they started the opening sequence with everybody saying everybody else's name. That was kind of weird, too. Like, really awkwardly.
What are you talking about, Stryker? With me!
Right.
That's what I think I would do with all the DLC stuff, is like, just cover that point when, you know, nobody knew anybody else.
Yeah, that would also be good.
Also explain where the fuck, you know, all the other DLC characters are during that whole thing.
Yep. Well, we know one of the DLC characters actually shows up in the story, so...
Well, two of them, actually. Both Monster Hunter and Black Panther.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, why would you have them in the story and then not make them playable off the bat?
Maybe they just had the models done.
Yeah. Oh, what happened there?
Or I guess I'll get hit by it too, that's fine. A similarly acceptable outcome. I mean, I guess they kind of sort of had Venom in the story. Sort of. It could have been the copy of Venom that Marvel has kind of forgotten about.
Yeah, whatever happened with that? That was actually kind of a cool story, and they just kind of pretended it didn't happen. Actually, wait, no, they did. He didn't. At the end of that story, Venom absorbed the other Venom. So no, there isn't a copy of Venom running around.
Wait, did Flash? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Wait, there was another one in the Flash story?
Yeah. A clone that made a pact with Mephisto.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Mania.
Yeah.
Or Riot? I can't remember what her name was.
Mania.
Anyway, yeah. Actually, they did wrap that up.
My god, they did?
Yeah, they did.
So what the hell happened with Mania then?
I don't remember, but I remember knowing that they had a conclusion for that character.
Back to being a normal high school girl. All I can think of is that that story where, like, what, Kel was invading Las Vegas, and then Red Hulk got the symbiote, the Spirit of Vengeance, and something else. Something I can't remember right at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was about to say, it's like, are you done?
I was abusing the heck out of the Mind Stone, basically. Because that's how you do combo supers now, is you have to get enough meter and then switch while the other person is doing their move. You can't just do it like you used to be able to do.
Yeah. That actually threw me off.
Yeah. Like I said, that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out today, you know, in this particular session, is how to get that going.
They still got a little bit of work to do on Dante's face.
Game. What are you talking about? There's no Chitauri in this game.
Not in the game, but they're a thing.
Yeah, but Why are you even bringing up the Chitauri? Nobody even mentions those characters at any point in the rest of the game. Well, how would you know what the Chitauri are?
Because it's 66 days after the conversion, so however many days.
Let me out there, boss. Don't worry about me.
Oh man. Stuff like that, especially when you're dealing with a known quantity, it just doesn't make any sense. This is like Batman vs Superman level plot holes that we're talking about.
Maybe when the worlds merged, like everybody got memories of what happened in each world.
Right, except that, like I said, they never said that. Say that. That's all they had to do, and they didn't do it.
Get the hell off me!
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of in Batman vs Superman. There's this sequence where Superman is being put on trial. He's in a courtroom, and there's a bomb in the courtroom.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Has a wheelchair. Right, and see, dude's got a wheelchair, and he's got a bomb in the wheelchair, and so it's like, okay, well, the bomb goes off. Superman doesn't do anything. Apparently, somehow didn't know that the wheelchair had a bomb in it, and so the question is risen of why didn't Superman know that there was a bomb? Like, he didn't think that when he heard the bomb, shouldn't he have heard the bomb ticking? Shouldn't he have seen, seen it with his X-ray vision? And later on, they're like, oh, well, he. Well, no, the extended version has an explanation for it. He couldn't see through it because the wheelchair was made of lead. Well, great. Guess what? At no point in the movie do they point out that he has that weakness. They just expect that the crowd will, that the audience watching it will already know that because they're familiar with Superman. But that's not how these stories should work. You have to demonstrate that in terms of the story and assume, even with a character that popular, that you're gonna run into somebody that might not be aware of that in that particular instance. So it's like, oh great, it was made on lead. What does that have to do with anything? It's just a really bad story.
Superman is kind of one of those weird cases where, like, most people know about the lead thing, so maybe they're just like, we don't need.
Still, it's not a matter. You don't. It skips things like that just because you assume everybody else is gonna know. You do it because it's just good to have a contained story. Like it's just it's lazy storytelling to not demonstrate those things.
So I mean, pretty standard fare for DC movie universe.
For those movies in particular, yes. Batman vs Superman was a pretty egregious instance of it.
At least we've got Wonder Woman, which I still haven't seen.
Oh, it's good. You should see it when you get a chance. It's not perfect, but it's a good movie.
Probably the best DC movie universe movie so far.
Not that that's a high bar, but yes.
Yeah, there's that part too.
Yeah, I'd say it more than exceeds the bar, but it's not a high bar. It wouldn't have been difficult to make a better movie than Batman vs Superman. There were good things in it, but like it was. I don't enjoy a narrative where things are happening in the story because the story requires them to happen, rather than them actually making sense within the context of the story.
No logical progression or consistency.
Exactly.